Pretty sure this goes without saying, but this guy is fishy, and it's not just because he's fishing. Captivated by the enigma of Jiangxue after completing his commission for the first time, he's been a character whose backstory I've long awaited more details on. Yet, many months later, we've gained about as much new info on him as Mona has Mora. So, who is the mystery fisherman? What role did he play in Liyue's past, and this bad thing he claims to have done? What is it? Let's put on our thinking caps and dive into the wonderful world of sleuthing and speculation to see what we can uncover about our pal Jiangxue. Jiangxue resides at Wangshu Inn, a place about as mysterious as him, given that there isn't a single door anywhere in the place and no visible rooms either. When not part of a daily commission, he can be found on the lowest dock of the inn, whiling away his time with fishing. Alright, so his name isn't even Jiangxue? Maybe we're not pals with him after all. Yes, we want first names. Give us your real name. As far as first impressions go, ours must have been horrendous. If we continue talking to him, he drops some bombshells throughout the vague dialogue. He's waiting for his life to end. He used to have a vision, but gave it up after using it to do bad things. There is something he feels compelled about enough to claim he had to do it. Dude gives us 5 fish. Thanks, bro. Commissions involving Jiangxue give us other tidbits of info. In the first, Fishing Jiangxue, we learn that he possesses elemental sight. He's also experienced with all types of monsters, enough to have a sort of sixth sense in anticipating their behaviors. Continued dialogue showcases his logical approach to things, and holy heck, he's strong enough to one-shot a ruin hunter in the blink of an eye. And remember, he doesn't have a vision. Mystery man, I'm absolutely sold. Who the heck are you? We're going to look at 2 theories, the first of which seems to have gained some minor traction in the community, and it's that he may be our lost Yaksha, the one we learn about during Shongli's animated narrative. If we take said animation at face value, associating what's being displayed with what's being said, we can assume the Pyro Yaksha goes mad, the Geo Yaksha kills his Hydro companion, and the Electro Yaksha turns to the dark side. 3 of the 5 are dead, another is Xiao, and the last, theoretically our fisherman in question, disappeared. It's important to note that the Yakshas were beings of great power even before Rex Lapis summoned them. Xiao's backstory tells of how a god, presumably Osile, the overlord of the vortex we battled at the end of the Liyue chapter, had exploited Xiao's weakness and forced him into killing and devouring dreams of said god's enemies. Because they were already powerful to begin with, this could explain how Jiangxue is still strong enough to obliterate a ruin hunter in the blink of an eye, even without a vision. If this is true, it means Jiangxue could have a pivotal role in a future story quest, but it also begs the question, which of the Yakshas is he? His place of residence, the Wangshu Inn, could also lend credence to this theory. The owners of the Wangshu Inn, Vergoldat and Hua An, allow Xiao to stay there. They also know who and what Xiao is. If they're giving residency to one Yaksha, why not 2, right? Well, maybe that's a bit of a stretch. Were Jiangxue truly a Yaksha, it'd be odd that Xiao never once makes mention of him. Though, then again, Xiao is a man of few words. Let's reel things in a bit, shall we? Yaksha theory aside and things brought back to the mortal realm, what else do we know about Jiangxue? During the second commission, Yen Xiao's Dilemma, Jiangxue tells us that the Wangshu Inn is the only place in all Liyue where they let him stay. They. Is this referring to the general populace of Liyue? Is he actually notorious and looked down upon by everyone? Or does this remark refer to something entirely different? Perhaps they being the Liyue Qixing? Let's conjure up a theory. We know Jiangxue has done something he feels is bad, but that he had to do it. His vision played a role in this, and out of a feeling of crushing guilt, he discarded it. He stays at the Wangshu Inn, the only place they, and in this case we assume they refers to the Liyue Qixing, let him stay. And as we learned in the second Archon quest, the Wangshu Inn is controlled by the Liyue Qixing, meaning they get to keep eyes on him at all times. Ningguang also mentions that
everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours.
That would include Jiangxue. With all this in mind, would it be far-fetched to say that Jiangxue used to be an asset for the Liyue Qixing? Someone with incredible power that answered their beck and call, did their dirty work. Someone who finally had enough after being forced to do something that crossed a moral line. A person who has thrown away everything, their power, their name, whatever status they may have held, to lead an unassuming life for the rest of their days. The guy who's had enough of it all and just wants to live out their days leisurely and attempts to cope with things they can't let go of. Something Jiangxue tells us during the Lantern Rite side quest. The company he keeps at the inn shares semblances with him, with Vergoldet being someone who left behind their life in Mondstadt to the point that nobody there even knows her now, and Yuanshao having been a sword fighter and thief that received a new lease on life after being caught trying to rob the Wangshu Inn. The more I view Jiangxue through this lens, the more plausible it seems. And with how stories involving such characters tend to go, heck yes, let's see Jiangxue inevitably dragged back into the world he's been trying to avoid and mess some stuff up. And now for some final food for thought, an observation that didn't quite fit in with the rest of the theories presented here. Jiangxue's placement during the Fishing Jiangxue Commission aligns him up perfectly with the missing animal statue in the circle nearby. There's interesting folklore about these statues in the book, Records of Juyan. Anyways, all we can really do is speculate about the suspicious fisherman in Wangshu Inn. What is it that he did that was bad at Dihua Marsh, a place barely touched upon in the lore of the game? Or why is it that he just lazes around day to day, waiting for his life to come to an end? We still do not know. But, to quote Jiangxue, some things don't add up, but that doesn't always mean they are to be feared. Got some thoughts of your own on the matter? Did I perhaps miss something critical to the investigation? Let me know in the comments below. Hopefully one day the curtain is pulled back, and this character whom we don't even know the true name of has his story revealed. This is Moosashi, signing off. Till next time.